Welcome to the Department of English, Government Postgraduate College, Attock. These online classes have been started on the instructions of Punjab Higher Education Department, Govt of Punjab, Lahore. The prime purpose of these classes is to help students in continuing their studies and preparation for the final exams. By conducting these classes, the students would benefit from the teaching of their teachers in COVID-19 situation. As you know that all the educational institutions have been closed due to the spread of COVID-19. Hence, online classes are inevitable for the smooth flow of educational activities. That is why the government decided to launch online classes for the betterment of the students. In this regard, we hope and expect that you would pay full attention to these classes and would benefit from them as maximum as possible. We also hope that you would do your best to perform in the exams. For this purpose, our department too started the online classes to help you in preparing yourself for the final exams. I'm Abdul from Department of English. Uh, my job is to teach you grammar, that is the paper B portion of the paper, and we have already started the correction of sentences. This is the question of 10 marks in your final paper, in which incorrect sentences are given and you have to correct those incorrect sentences. This question is of prime importance because it can help you in securing more marks, and these marks are very much pertinent and important because exact 10 marks can be got in this question if only 5 sentences are corrected. So I will be sharing the rules and the principles that can help you in correcting the incorrect sentence, and this would not only help you in securing good marks in your graduation, but these rules would also help you in improving your English in general, because the basic purpose of these lectures is to help you in spotting out the most frequent mistakes committed in the usage of English. By knowing these mistakes, you will be able to express yourself in correct English. Hence, it is hoped and expected of you that you would pay full attention to these rules. Further, you are also advised to make notes of these lectures because these would help you later in your preparation for the final exam as well. 58 rules of corrections have been discussed so far with you, and they have been explained with the examples so as to make them clear for your understanding, because that is very much important question in the B portion of the paper, and this is certainly very much important as one can easily get the 10 marks in this question. Um, Beginning today, I would move to rule number 59, and the rule says that for death due to a disease, die of is used, and for death due to other reasons, die from is used. If the death is due to a disease, then we use die of. And if that the death is not because of any disease, rather there are some other reasons that sudden cause has led to the death of a person, that then we use die from. This is what we need to consider while correcting the sentences in which die of or die from is used. We have to concentrate on this issue so as to make it clear and to spot out the mistake in the sentence and then to correct it according to the grammar and according to the syntax rules. Let's move to example number 1. He died from cancer. So you know that cancer is the disease, and the death due to a disease we do not use from, rather we use die of. In order to correct the sentence, we have to replace from with of. He died from cancer is incorrect because died has been followed by from, whereas he died of cancer is correct sentence because died has been followed by of. Continuing with the same example, with the same rule, we move to the example number 2. She dies of stab wounds. No, that stab wounds is not a disease, rather it is the sudden cause of death that is other than the disease. So it is an incorrect expression to use a die off with that one because it is not a disease, rather it is a sudden cause of the death. So if a sudden cause of the death takes place, then we add a from instead of. So she dies of stab wounds is incorrect because dies has been followed by of, whereas she dies from stab wounds is the correct expression because dies from is used for the sudden cause of death. Similarly, Ali died from diarrhea is a disease, and uh, it cannot be followed by from, rather we have to replace from with of. Hence, Ali died from diarrhea is an incorrect sentence because it has been followed by a from, whereas Ali died of diarrhea is a correct sentence because it has been followed by appropriate preposition of. So Ali died of diarrhea is the correct sentence in this regard. Rule number 60 is the next rule for the correction of the sentences, and the rule says that in sentences with the structure of make followed by infinitive, to is not used with them. Uh, Sometimes it appears that we need to add make with the verb so as to make the sentence correct. But if make is used before infinitive, and so infinitive is not used before after make, rather first form of the verb without to is used in that structure. For example, like in this sentence, you can see, you make me to realize this issue. You see that make has been used, and after that to realize, like infinitive has been used, and this is an incorrect expression to use infinitive after make because grammatically this is an incorrect sentence. So in order to make this sentence correct, you make me to realize this issue is incorrect because to realize has been mistakenly added and it's an erroneous expression. That's why we need to remove to before realize, then it would become the correct sentence. You make me realize this issue is the correct sentence because to has not been used before the first form of the verb, so that is the correct expression that is used in such occasion. So you make me to realize this issue is an incorrect sentence because of using to realize after make, whereas you make me realize this issue is the correct sentence because to has not been added before realize in this sentence. Next, we move to the second example of this rule. She made me to understand the situation. Again, you can see that make is the form of made is the form of second form of make. So this to, you can say that she made me to understand. To has been added, infinitive has been used in this sentence, which is an incorrect expression. That's why we have to remove this to from this sentence in order to make the sentence correct. She made me to understand the situation is incorrect because of using to understand after made, whereas the correct expression is she made me understand the situation is the correct expression, because understand has been used without to after using made. Hence, it becomes clear she made me to understand the situation is incorrect sentence because of using to understand after made, whereas she made me understand the situation is the correct sentence because of using a simple form, first form of the verb after the structures make or made. Similarly, the next example in this one is what makes you to look so happy. Again, you can see that this is that the to has been added before look, infinitive has been used, while adding to before the first form of the verb is known as infinitive. So this sentence is also incorrect because before look we find to, whereas makes is there. So after make or makes or made, this to cannot be used with the first form of the verb. What we need is to remove to and just write down the simple form, first form of the verb. That is the clue to correct this sentence. What makes you to look so happy is an incorrect sentence because to look infinitive is the incorrect structure after being used make, whereas what makes you look so happy is the correct sentence because here the simple first form of the verb has been used. Rule number 61, in which we come across this rule that with let objective case of a pronoun is used. Whenever we find the use of the let in a sentence, this takes the objective form of the uh, pronoun. For example, we say that I is the subjective form, me is objective form, uh, mine or my is the possessive form. Similarly, he is subjective, him is objective, his is uh, the possessive form, she is subjective form, her is the objective form, and her and hers are also used as the possessive form. So whenever we use let in a sentence, what is important is to remember that we use objective form of a pronoun. Let's move to example. Let we celebrate the party. You can see that the sentence starts with let, and after it we find the pronoun we. And we, you know, is the subjective form, and we cannot use subjective form after let. What is the rule? Is to use the objective form of that pronoun. And what is the objective form of we? Is us. So let we celebrate the party is an incorrect sentence because that has been followed by the subjective form, whereas the correct sentence is let us celebrate the party by, because us is the objective form of the pronoun we. Example number 2, let you and I go to the river. We find here two pronouns you. So you, as you know, is can be used both for the subjective form and objective form as well. Whereas you find I has been highlighted in the red, and I is the subjective form, and we cannot use the subjective form after let. So we have to use objective form of I. And what is the objective form of I? It is me. Let you and I go to the river is incorrect because of using I after let, whereas let you and me go to the river is the correct expression because objective form of I has been used here. Similarly, let they help you. So we find two pronouns here, they and you. You, as I've already explained in the previous sentence, that it can be used both as subjective and objective case. But they, you know, has been used as the subjective case, and that is incorrect use after let. We have to change let in, they into them because them is the objective case of they. So this sentence would become the correct one. Let them help you is an incorrect expression because they is the subjective case, whereas we cannot use the subjective case after let. We have to use the objective case after they. So let they help you is an incorrect sentence because they is the subjective form, whereas let them help you is the correct sentence because them is the objective case. This is the end of today's lecture. Uh, I, I hope and expect that you would have understood it completely, and you would also try to make your notes of these lectures. Uh, if you still face some difficulty in understanding these rules or these rules of the corrections, please feel free to put your question, drop your question in WhatsApp group that has been made for this purpose for the fourth year. Uh, PA fourth year, a WhatsApp group has been established. You can put and you can drop your question there. It would be addressed adequately and immediately. Thank you very much for joining us today. I wish you the best of the day and the best of the luck in your studies. Thank you very much.